Now in news, just breaking this afternoon, prosecutors at the International Criminal Court are to open a formal investigation into possible war crimes committed in the occupied Palestinian territories. Alleged crimes on both sides will be investigated, but nonetheless, the move is being strongly opposed by Israel. The chief prosecutor at the ICC today said her office would take a non-partisan approach to the conflict. Well, covering this story for us is Stephanie van der Berg, and she's on the line for us now from The Hague. Tell us a bit more, Stephanie, about what crimes are being investigated here.
The crimes that the prosecutor is looking at are crimes in Gaza and the West Bank committed after 2014. So they're to do with hostilities on both sides in the Gaza Strip in 2014. Among other things, they found reasonable basis that the Israeli Defense Forces have carried out willful killing and disproportionate attacks. At the same time, they're looking at the Palestinian armed groups, Hamas and others, who in the same period are said to have potentially committed the war crimes of also willful killing, torture, and directing attacks against civilians. They are also going to look at something very specific in relation to the West Bank, which is that Israeli authorities may have broken or acted against international law by allowing Israeli settlers to settle there.
Now, Israel is not a member of the International Criminal Court. How might that influence proceedings?
Well, Israel has taken the stance that it won't participate in these proceedings and is very vehemently against these proceedings and says they are not legal because Palestine isn't a state and therefore shouldn't be a member of the ICC. Recognized as a member of the ICC. The ICC judges decided differently this year. For Israel, what it can do now, apart from potentially put pressure on the court via other states that are ICC members, is to show that these crimes that the prosecution alleges may have been committed, that they have investigated them properly and potentially prosecuted them, because the ICC is a court of last resort. So if Israel can show that they looked into this and that nothing came of it, that they carried out a proper investigation and potentially a proper prosecution, then the court won't be able to step in on legal grounds. So that is a way to kind of deflect from this investigation.
All right, Stephanie van der Berg for us there at The Hague. Thank you very much.